Hey guys, is everyone? I need a 5x5 because the weather's bad, and I just want to make sure y'all can hear and see me fine before I move forward. I'd appreciate it. I see a bunch of you came in here. Thank you, coffee. Thank you. Hey, okay, so let me go back and see who's in here. I saw Butterfly 31 first. Good to see you, Robin Taylor. Hanging them curtain rods. Congrats on your new home. Hey, McBean. South Florida, DCL, South Florida. You braced and ready for this? I'm done. Coffee. Miss Sharon. Miss Sharon's in charge. Do all the YouTube stuff because I don't know it. Hey, Hudson. Drive safe. I appreciate you. I can't wait to hear about your fishing adventures. How'd it go? Okay. So, anyways, I just want to let you. Hey, Lorf. And if I miss you coming in, I'm sorry. I'll try to catch up. I'll be behind in a minute anyway, so don't worry about it. So a lot of you, I know I hate to go about the hurricane stuff. Like I am so tired of this same song and dance about hurricanes. And yes, we're bracing. Milton's coming in. I woke up this morning and right behind it, they said it's another one named Nadine. And Milton is turned into a monster. And I'm just, I have lived in my family many generations. We've lived in Hurricane Alley forever. I have never seen this pattern, but we've never seen them where they form and start in the Gulf and go all the way across the Gulf. That is not normal or natural. I'm just saying it's not. So I don't know. I know that here they've already started. Absolutely, Rods. Yeah, harp. Anyways, Operation Popeye. Look that up if you don't know about Operation Popeye. That's okay. But anyways, they're starting evacuations already around here. They're starting closing schools. DeSantis are saying people are less likely to evacuate if they can't get back. And then he said, there'll be casualties if people don't leave in certain areas. And then he said that there may not be anything to come home to anyways, which is it's just devastating. And, we're not recovered from Debbie than Helene. I mean, there's people didn't have power for like 6 days. And there's still stuff down everywhere. I still have trees everywhere in my yard. There's still stuff down all over these, this area, this region, and we're getting hit again. And then for North Carolina, all those other things, all of that, just all of it. It's just too much. I'm done. I'm done with this whole hurricane season, as they call it. I did hear that they may extend hurricane season. I'm not trying to hear that at all. But who knows? Let me see what you were saying, Robin. Oh, really? I haven't seen it. I do know that they said that there was like flooding coming in before the rain had even started. It was just weird. And they said, where's all this coming from? It was just weird. So I don't know. We know. But anyways, hey, Okie girl, how are you? There's not going to be. Anyways, don't even get started on them. If you saw my video, thank you, Montana. Yeah, I'm just done. I mean, I am tired. I'm tired of it. It's just because we lost so much with Debbie, and then it's like you stand back up and get kicked down again, and the resources here are. And I don't want to. I mean, I am. I'm sitting here complaining and fussing about it, but there's so many way worse off. I will say that even though the port strike came back, and they said they're going to revisit it in January 15th, conveniently. Anyways, hey Cherokee, they said, but the panic buying is going on. It's going on everywhere. So we've had our supply was messed up here because of the bad storm. And most places around here, they lost all their cold and freezer stuff. And then the panic game, and I was seeing people like in Walmart and different things like those type of stores, whereas people having carts full or pulling 2 carts, and they're full of baby formula, diapers, toilet paper, and waters. That's the big stacks I've been seeing of things. So, but I think it's between the storms we've been hit with, supplies low, the scare of the port strike, and now more storms coming. And so that's been going on. Huckleberry and I were out earlier, and the gas. It's like every other gas is bagged over. There's no gas. And then we went to one of our regulars we go to, and on the screen it said everyone had to pay inside. So we was walking up there, he's gonna go pay inside, and then it says all our systems are down. You can't pay anything. That also happened when we went to a store yesterday. Their credit card things are not working. Their debit, credit card, we had to pay with cash. And they're like, and several people have been saying in these stores, like, yeah, our systems are all messed up. We're having issues with all of that since Helene happened. So, and everything's back up and running here. The power, everything, everybody's back up with that. So, I don't know. You just come to the point where it's like it's all part of the stuff. So let me see if I've missed anything. If I've missed anything, you're going to have to put it in all caps, like you're screaming at me. And if I miss it, just put it back down in there. Yeah, I've heard the casualty is going to be unbelievable. There's so many still missing. There's stuff I can't even, there's no way I can say on here the stuff, but there's so many still missing. And there's going to be for a while. Colleen, did I say hey to you already? If I didn't, I don't want to miss anything. So we have, it's just a bunch. It's a bunch. And, I was talking last night, talking to Huckberry, and I was like, hey, Kevin, I said, because we know about North Carolina. It's the lithium, it's the quartz. I said what I said on that. So I was like, what is it on the Gulf side of Florida? What did they want so much? And so I really started thinking about it. Like, is there something over here that they're trying to destroy, displace, and move all of us that live over here away so they can take the land or whatever, like how they've done other places that they want? And I looked up and I'm like, there's petroleum here, there's sulfur here, phosphates, the springs, so many of the springs, there's water goes all over, spring water goes all over the United States from here. That's the only things I can come up with. Would they do that? I don't know. It just really seems like they are trying to wreck this area of people, displace people. There's a lot of places, we've been saying it for years, they're going to displace, what is it? It was going to be fires and floods, that they were going to displace people because they're trying to maneuver like cattle, trying to maneuver us where they want us to be in the little 15-minute city area zones, right? I don't know. There's a lot that could be, of their agenda playlist. I don't know. Something's going on with, and usually it's the east side. It's the east side. I lived in North Carolina. I've always lived on the coast. It comes up that way. They come off Africa. They come up, and those sides, that gets hit more and more. These are just, what is over here? I don't know. I don't know exactly. Hey, Sergeant Deacon. Hey, Mary Miles. And if anyone, again, if I've missed you, I'm sorry. So I've been thinking about, just thinking about that, pondering on what that could be, because it definitely, hey, Simply Tony, how are you? It just definitely seems like there's something, a grab they're going after. I don't know, in my opinion, but what do I know? My brain doesn't work the way their evil brain does. So, and another thing, it's been raining here. I said this when we went through Helene. Hey, Teresa, it's been raining here since yesterday, which is usually how it goes. It'll rain for a couple of days before the storm actually gets here, which is a problem because you got all this, it's already saturated, and then the rain comes in. And they're talking about major flooding with this one. Debbie was flooding, Helene was the winds, and now we're back to flooding. Okay. Is your solar doesn't charge. And here I am, the Sunshine State, right? All the sunshine. And this is very unusual how long this has been going. And we've noticed that before, even with Helene. It's like, well, and I'm not talking about in the mix of the storm, but building up to it are the things that we use we have solar panels. It's not happening. And I have another dear friend. I won't say, I haven't asked her permission, but she lives in the same state. And they have a tremendous, like over 70 solar panels on their house and everything, like tremendous. And she's like, they're not charging. And that's just one of those, you think about those things when we talk about our preps, and solar is a big go-to. Now I don't have a setup like that at all. That it's a go-to for a lot of in the prepping community for using, and it's just not happening, which was always that risk factor. And then there's places, up north are different things where it's really cold and the weather's bad. That doesn't happen for y'all either. So that's something to keep in mind. I am curious to see this time when the storm is coming through and over top, if Noah goes out again, because that was a first, and that was scary. Which you say that, but that is that Cush thing. No, we didn't do that as much when we were young. When I was very young, growing up, but the storms were not the same back then, and we'll say that. And I know because that's all I've lived. So I don't know. I know that Ryan Hall, y'all, earlier, if you go, I put it on my community tab actually. He had said that all the internet stuff, the internet and all the different things were acting weird since Helene, and things have been weird. Even not just here, apparently they've been off. So I don't know. I think it's all part of the plan, but those are things to look out for as you go into these natural disasters that we are having. I'll make sure I didn't miss anybody. Hey, Sandy, Loretta, if I missed you, I'm sorry. On my regular, sometimes I'm like, did I say hey to you? Because I'm used to y'all's face. Hey, Tiger. Good to see you. So what have you, I know I'm supposed to come in here with bright, cheerful stuff, right? Sunday chat. Well, I do. There's so much been wiped out here. 2024 can just sit down because I'm kind of fed up already. And we knew, but we knew it was going to be just a dumpster fire coming up. But I thought it was going to be different stuff and not the weather stuff as much. But they're going to use whatever. But I mean, we've kind of been wiped out since Debbie came through, where I just kind of feel like we're at this standstill of, the garden's gone, and we would still be doing things. I mean, in a lot of here, you have about 10 months of growing season. So that's been a setback and a challenge, even mentally, that was taken away. And then we lost, our generator got messed up, and we lost everything in our big freezer and our fridge that we just had with Helene. I'm just, I'm kind of, Florida's a little beat and bruised a bit here, and we keep getting hit. But again, we're still better off than West North Carolina, Eastern Tennessee. My heart goes to those people, and that is my stomping grounds, and I'm heartbroken. I have cried many tears over North Carolina mountains because that's my place, and it's just devastating. And those poor people up there, it's just horrific. And if you're in these areas that were hit hard, I am steady praying for you guys. Truly, I am. Hey, Sergeant Deacon. Exactly. Don't get on the bus. I shall not be getting on the bus no matter what is at my front door. It's not going to happen. No. And I'll go down with my boots on before I play that game. But I'm stubborn like that. Lucky Huckleberry, right? So what do y'all have going on? What are y'all doing? Especially who aren't in this, in these areas. What do y'all got? I don't either. They've run off the good ones a lot. Not all of them, because I do know a lot of good ones, but in the masses, yeah, that was all planned. Let's see what Wild Bull has to. Oops, sorry. We're just giving you some love, Hudson Valley. While traveling, I've seen some weird weather patterns: sunny sky, blue distance storm. Yep. I had a friend of mine. She lives out in Texas, and she sent me this weird picture. They were out on their boat, and she was like, and it was the weather. Y'all let Hudson drive safely, okay? I appreciate you though. The weather stuff is weird. You can't say enough. And even the sky stuff, there's so many times we're looking, I'm like, that doesn't look natural. Like we're in a dome. Like what in the Hunger Games is this going on? What level of Jumanji are we in? It does seem like that. And a lot of places it seems like that. So I can only imagine how we are October. I don't know the rest of this year. Hey, Michael May, how are you? I don't know. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. Yeah, see, I'm hearing this a lot. A lot of people, the solar, and we have panels, and it's not happening. I I don't know. And that's just the name of the game with that. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. See, that's my thing. I make large batches of things and put them in gallon size bag and freeze them flat. Soups, stews, all kinds of stuff. All my raw cow's milk from our dairy cow, like so much, and we lost everything. And we eat. That's a big staple for our winter months and things like that. Our prepping. Um, and because of the huge freezer that we have, and we've never lost any. We've never had that happen. We lost everything. Um, it's more space wise for us, especially because you can freeze them flat, than it is to have so much canning. Because that is full when you're just canning. It takes up more room. So, and you got to have a variety. And don't get me started. That's where it's my leaning not on your own understanding and feelings of things, because this is crazy. And I put my thing up there. Had my beef tallow, and I made that so I would have that on hand for different things as well. Hey, Thistle Moon, that's okay. I'm on the big screen. Is it 75 up there, really, in October? I'm surprised. I don't know. It's been unusually hot here. Yeah, well, you remember he's talking about Bugman. He was gonna block that. I'm sure that's all of this. All of this isn't natural. Yes, the Earth goes through rotations in different cycles, and the tilts and all. Yes, that happens. And I've lived several decades to see those different shifts, but this is abnormal. Oh, 2 more weeks. Oh, yeah, mine's been gone since August, and that was ridiculous. Oh yeah, the fresh veggies. I know that's us, and then having to go and buy them. You almost feel. I almost have that shame, like I should be growing this, and we were, and that's just because that's something we're used to. That's the way to do it, butterfly. You know me and what I'm into. You better have it. You better have a plan B, no matter what you're on or what's going on. That's just. Hey, Beck Acres Homestead, how are you? Middle Tennessee. Did you do okay? Were y'all okay? Are you close enough to that? Don't tell me your location, but you're okay. I know East Tennessee got it, but I have family and several friends in Tennessee, and they were okay. 82 for you, Miss Sharon. Yikes. Hudson is 72 up there. I was wondering if because your fishing things, your little shorts and everything. I was looking. I was like, hey, it looks nice and cool there. I figured it was way cooler there. Yeah, this heat's just dumb. And I live in the South, but I don't like it. I don't like the heat. Oh yeah. Did you? I don't know. I think I tried to put up. I have a screenshot, and it has the patents for weather manipulation, and it's like, oh, I might get a hit for that. If I'm out, you know where to find me. But anyways, it has like patents. It's like tornadoes, hurricanes, fire. It has all these patents. It has the numbers and everything. But whatever. Yeah, we're just down. It is a big science lab. We're just down here like a bunch of guinea pigs. 75 in Western New York. I really thought it ought to be cooler by now. I guess I shouldn't say so much. I mean, oh, well, that's good. That's good. Where are our river? To me, it's not over. The river's not. They aren't overflowing, but they're high. Oops, 84. Gosh, see, everyone's still pretty. I mean, is this unusual for y'all? It just seems to be October. We shouldn't be as hot as we are. 88. That's crazy. Exactly. Tony, which, where are we at? What chapter are we in Revelations yet? Y'all still are the Montana Nana, are the fires, are they in Canada stuff, or are they up there with you? That's what I said. Flooding, storms, and fires. Oh my. I don't know. All of this is it's just weird. And my thing is that if people get all this displaced stuff, you know, my opinion about the voting, but is that part of what this is? Is people getting displaced for all that? The timing? It's the land, the resources, whatever they want. I gotta figure. I know I'm still on that mission. What is it they're wanting on the Gulf side here of Florida? I don't know, because this is just ridiculous. How many hits were taken? They usually do come across the east, the Atlantic. So this is weird. But anyways, okay, let me see. Y'all are answering me. Things I ask you, and then I don't get the answer when I'm not paying attention. Oh, it's just wildfires? Are they true? I saw this thing it was actually on Instagram, and it said, it was this guy, and he was showing, he was like, at this peak and at this peak, they're setting these fires. It was California. He was like, they're setting them. We're out here. We're watching. They're setting these fires. Oops. You get in trouble for saying stuff like that? Oh, Annette, let me see. Oh, good. I have a feeling I'm going to need mine this week. I'm done. You better tell Huckleberry to get the U-Haul. Mountain bound. It's crazy. And hurricanes don't bother me. I don't know any different to be in major storms. And you just, you press on, clean up. That's just what it is. But this is ridiculous. We're cooling off. Oh, Alaska's finally cooling off. That's crazy. Finally. Is y'all's chat good? Did I say something, YouTube? My chat just went away. And it wasn't letting me click anything. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know the displacement. It seems so. It's just, I think it's a lot to play. I think they're going to go for it if they think that it has to do with resources, the land. Look what happened with Hawaii. And then you don't hear anything else about those people. Where are all those people? What happened to that area? Where are all those missing children from that area? I mean, I'm just asking for the, Yeah. Okay, so when Helene came through, it was like the most unbelievable wind storm you could even comprehend. And there just wasn't much rain. It's rained harder earlier today than it rained through that. It just wasn't much of that. Hey, Tuck Baby, how are you? Yeah, greetings from Florida, right? Now, Debbie, that was a different story, and who knows what Milton's going to do. And you always worry about the storm surge that's going to push up. That, I don't know. You never know. Oh, really? Tiger. Oh, the freeze. It comes in so quick. I bet the last couple of years I've been saying we've had to, even when we were still in North Carolina, it's summer, then it's winter. There's no fall and there's no spring anymore. It's like 1 week you got on the air conditioner and then it's right to the heater. And usually you have a good while where the windows are open and you don't need either one. It's fine. That is weird. There's a lot of different things that they're doing. I don't know. Something is really, and I can say it around here, but Ryan Hall, y'all did bring it up in his video today. There is something off about internet stuff, using like the cards, the banking store. All of that is off since Helene went through, but everything's back up and running here. but it's just been weird. I will do my best coming this week how things go to see. Hey Carrie, good to see how this next storm plays out. Now I don't know. You putting up them storm shutters. Tuck by V, you doing that? Praying for you, Sandy. Travel safe. Hey, Winter Homestead, how are you? Yes, continued prayers. Truly. Grizz, I haven't seen you forever in one of my lives. How are you? It's ridiculous. I don't know what these people are going to do. And the thing is with this Milton, it's that cone of uncertainty, which we are always in for some reason. They don't know. It could go straight across and go right into the Atlantic and fizzle out. Or, what if it turns up? I am just praying that these horrific hit areas are not getting any of this. They don't need anything at all. It looks like I'm behind in chat. Sorry. Cherokee, don't even get me started on Cooper. And this is his last term in, so he's going to do what he's going to do to ruin everything because he can't come back. He can't be reelected. And he is awful. He's ridiculous. Oh, yeah. I wondered. And, there's a lot of stuff. And this morning when I was talking about we were out for gas and stuff, we saw more people buying generators and different things. But there's a lot of stuff out in the stores, like out. And I don't know. Yes, Florida man, the solar activity. Was that yesterday? Was it yesterday there was two big? I don't know. I can't remember. I was reading it. Everything's kind of running together for a while now. Hey, the Virginia Bushcrafter. How are you? Good to see you, sir. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up. Miss Sharon, goodness, I know she's like, Casey, seriously, get with it. I believe, oops, see, clicking all over. I believe so. That's why there's just something is not setting right with me. There's something over here they're trying to displace everyone, or they want something over here, or they just want us out of here. I don't know. There's some reason. Let's see. I don't count up. Hi, Sandra. I think I have two Sandys and Sandra. Good to see you. Oh, what? Eastern Washington State. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. I mean, because even there, it's way over there. It wasn't like the port strikes were right there where y'all are, and that lifted till January. I don't know what's going on everywhere, but I am hearing that several places that they're saying that things are just really bad. Okay, okay. Something's going on in my chat, on my screen, StreamYard side. Weather manipulation. Yep. I know. I said, and we've been saying this, and I don't know why, you just get exhausted with it, but that's their plan. Wear them down, right? I said, they're going to throw everything on the table with this. And I had been saying, I think that October is going to be rough. Hey, Gigi. I just thought it was going to be. Still the panic buy in winter homestead. And I do. I think even without the weather, if you're not on the weather end of it and you're not near where the port strike was, I think that a lot of people, the closer getting to selection and the rest of the year, people are panicked. I mean, I do. I think that even when you are, I want to say it comes into a panic when you've been preparing, I still think there's that we're bracing for impact. That's how I feel. Even with these storms and with November and the rest of the year, I just feel like, okay, I'm bracing for impact for a lot of things. Maybe that's it. Yeah, Garlene. Oh my gosh. Garlic and oregano are going to be your saving things for viral, bacterial, fungal. They're going to, seriously, I tell everybody, if you have a whole bunch of oregano, grow some more. Garlic. Now, I will say that all of that got destroyed in Debbie. So that's my urgency and uneasiness because, like I said, the water didn't come in until like 2-3 hours after the storm was gone. And it didn't come up like how somebody said a while ago about sandbags. The way this came up, it came up behind sandbags. I mean, it just doesn't come up that way here. A lot of places it's groundwater. It was like rushing up from the ground everywhere, up everywhere. And then it would wave towards you, towards the house. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It wasn't like, oh, the swamp and the rivers filled up and then it started moving up this way slowly. It was coming up like a spring, an aquifer underneath the ground, just coming up out of the ground. It was coming up so fast. It was moving my, like our planters out there, like our raised beds, it was moving them. And they were full. Crazy stuff. Hey, Miss Sharon, where are my mods? If you check my chat for me, please. Hey, Katrinka, how are you? Oh, empty shelves. I'm hearing it. Empty shelves. Loretta, you're so sweet. We love you too. Everybody loves Loretta. I bet, I'm gonna say it. It's early. It's early, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I have the best chat and subs. Y'all are always wonderful and helpful and loving to each other and to me. And truly, y'all make this channel. Absolutely. It's just another puppet in the seat. It's just my opinion. I know some get huffy over that. It is what it is. Please do not stop what you need to be doing or let your guard down. Whoever gets in there. Don't do that. Yeah. Talk about the storm surge stuff was coming in crazy. I hear an alarm going off. I don't know what it is. Okay. I don't know. I don't even know where Huckleberry's at, but I heard an alarm going off. It sounded like it was outside. It's always something, isn't it? It's just entertainment for you guys. It just makes the channel, I guess. Yes, I am in Florida now back in Florida. My roots are in Florida. My heart is in the mountains. That's how it is. Yeah, but we've been back here on this family farm a little over a year. Watch the movie. Okay, let me see what this is. Watch. I won't have to write that down. 5-wave. It's always something. They have plans. They've been playing playbooks for a long time. I do have, Grizz, I appreciate you. You're so sweet. I do have a ton of oregano. Well, I have a ton of oregano oil we've ordered, and I do have a bunch dried. It's just that when you're used to like, okay, there's my safety. It's right out here. And I've been doing it, had the same plants for years and it's gone. You kind of have that moment of, oh my. But that's the way it goes. We press on. That's all we do. Don't ever, like I say, don't you can't just sit down and give up because, like I said, I'll go out with my boots on. Thanks, chat. Mods, I appreciate you. Stormtroopers. Maybe I've missed something. You talking to me? I don't know. Sometimes I had a weird vibe in here. I don't know. Something was just off. Oh, really? Is this from the storm? No, our gas. They had things closed down, but when there was nothing open, there was nothing. You couldn't get anything. Goodness, I feel bad for people, and I know everybody's situation is different. I think about elderly. I think about elderly people and different things like the prepping. That's how I worry about. Now, those who are warned and know and able-bodied and everything, and they just choose to be like, I'm just gonna put on blinders and I'm not gonna do anything for myself. Don't come knocking on my door. God help you if that rolls up when in shift. It's just, I'm a kind person, but I'm not a nice person. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, that is not taken from me and mine. When you were able-bodied, I should say. All right, Sergeant Deacon, I appreciate you. You have a blessed day. Thanks for coming by. Everything's fine up there. They didn't get anything, and where they didn't get anything, that's been fine. Now I know people and everything that I know people in those mountains that it wasn't fine. It wasn't okay, and I'm trying to be discreet for their privacy is all. Yeah, you got to. Now, you may fuss on your way up and stomp your way, keep moving forward, but as long as you're moving forward and get back up, that's what matters. You know, hey, Devil Dog, how are you? I was, Tony. I was how far behind in my chat? I did hear some alarms going off. I don't know what it was. It must not have been major. Huck would have came in here and grabbed me if it was. Just excitement. We just do that. That's just how we do. I will say about this, there are a lot of people who have applied for that because it's like, I have no food and have the clothes on my back and that's it. I could use something out of nothing, and they were denied. And they're in Western North Carolina. So maybe that was for show that they're claiming that. I don't know who they choose, who does and doesn't get it, but they're not getting anything. And like I keep saying, I keep telling people and they don't believe it, insurance does not cover any damage from named storms. It does not. It doesn't. I don't care if a tree falls in your house. I don't care if it gets flooded. If it is a named storm, the insurance does not cover it. Talk to me about that one. I don't know. They know what they're doing. I guess they just, maybe we should all go live in UKR. Maybe they're doing great over there. That's where the money's at anyways. Hey, the Watchman, how are you? Some colloidal silver in that bacteria. It'll be gone in 24 hours. Any kind of colloidal silver. I don't get it. Oh, Colleen, I'm praying for your mama. I just read that. I'm praying for your mama. And yeah, harvest that oregano. Oh, okay. Send me an email. That's okay. I'll check it. I'll check it this evening. Oh, let me see. East Tennessee. Yeah, I think it was that. I'm sorry, Asheville. It was from that middle to the west over to the mountains. Oh, it's so bad. That's our, like I said, that's my stomping grounds. Exact places, roads, homes, everything. We're right there at. It's just gone. It's just, and the thing is, I tell people all the time, people say stuff, well, you should have prepped. I'm like, you can only prep so much for a flood. If it's gone, it's gone. And every prep you had in, it's gone. And they know that. They know that. Floods, fires, it'll wipe it out. Yeah, me too, Saffron. I was bowling. Hey, KP, good to see you. Oh, really? Is that how they're rating it? Oh my God. So you mean the ones coming across that are getting the assistance and everything? I'm just asking because I want my anger straightened out. Yeah, Cherokee. They don't want people to be rescued. And I didn't mean to make this whole Sunday chat about this, but it's just front and center. And I just want, and if anyone sees this and that's in those areas, my people in those areas, we have not forgotten about you. We have not brushed off like, oh, it was last week. We have not forgotten about you. I'm still praying. There's so many people missing. We have not. I'm still praying for them. Oh, the I am of me. Gotta go back. That's okay. Replay gang, I love you guys too. I appreciate you all. Oh, yeah. Oh, and we've been there. When Florence hit North Carolina, yeah, everybody lost a lot. I think it was awful. No insurance. They don't cover it. It's not just one state. They do not cover named storms. What's the point of having insurance then? There's always, it's all a racket. Don't get me started. I appreciate all you in here. I'm trying to catch up. It looks like I'm behind. Yeah, the FEMA's, they're out of money. Sure they are. Of course they are. Let's see. Let's see if I can dance around this minefield. The bringing the numbers of people down has always been in their playbooks. So that's one. If they don't rescue them and they perish, that land they can grab easier. You see what I'm saying? It's all those things. And I'm sure, just like when things went on in Hawaii, those who are at ground zero of the absolute worst of it and not out probably have stories to say firsthand that says that is not how this went down and happened, and it was something else, and they don't want that out. That's my opinion. Is my internet going out? Because I see it flashing over here. That's just my humble opinion about their evil. So, okay, yes, I've heard. And like I said, I have people in those areas. Again, I'm trying to only be vague because I need to protect, stuff like that. About the ice. I talked about one of the things. They brought in a guy. He was like, had a freezer truck, had all this ice, was trying to bring stuff, and they were like, they don't need any of that. They're fine. They don't need ice. They're fine. You can't take that in there. You can't get in. And they pulled it all out and just put it in a parking lot and let it melt. Yes, that's just ice. But when they're burning up and the humidity and heat comes after these storms, you have no idea how hot it gets. Or to keep things cool, drinks, whatever, even for the rescuers are going through anything. Let the ice melt and drink it, anything. When you're in a situation like that, it's bad. It's just bad. Okay, I'll get to my emails. I see. I have some other ones that I need to answer too. But yeah, they're blocking. Just don't get me started. And of course, that may get us hits too. All of us who are calling that out. But I am going to always, if I take a smack for it, I will always shine light on the darkness that goes on. I will. But there's so many things that are saying of that is going on, and they've been cracking down and said, oh, there's all this misinformation about this storm and blah, what's going on, whatever. They only slap that on there and go after that when people are getting out, calling it out, telling the truth. My advice is call it out and tell the truth. Because what is it about the guy who, the silent when they know bad things are going on and they're just silent about it? Again, my stubbornness of that is not going to happen. Probably the voting and all that. Oh, thank you. I'm so far behind in chat. Thank you for the 5x5. And my thing flashed and said it was going out. Elon needs to get on this because we pay a pretty penny for it. That's true. I appreciate the 5x5. Exactly, Bushcrafter. Exactly. Just print it out. Go ask for just one bag worth of it that you gave to UKR. Just ask for that back. Just a tiny amount of what you gave. Don't get me started. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Grizz, a lot of it. We just don't, you could take the money that you pay for the insurance and keep putting it aside into a separate account. Like, okay, if something happens or we need a repair or something happen like that, then you can pull it out. That's my opinion. I'm not telling you to cancel anything. But find the fine print, comb through it because it's ridiculous. It's actually Montana. Nana, they need the ice for different things. And I know it's like ice, but and there was the guy with the mules. Did you see the guy with the pack mules and he was taking stuff in with them? He was trying to get insulin and medical supplies, like even blood pressure medicine, everything's trying to get them into these people because I guarantee you there's a good amount in there that have something like that they need, and it's all been washed away and gone. Can you imagine that feeling? And again, it goes back to say, yeah, you should, how I do things. I'm like, you better prep for a backup, a plan B, if anything you're on or have medical things. Because if something happened, you couldn't get it. But everything is gone. They could have been stacked to the rafters and it's gone or destroyed. And they know that. They just know that. So, yes. Oh, absolutely. Yes, I use colloidal silver on us, on our animals, on my farm animals, on my chickens, on my poultry. Oh, yes, absolutely. And if you want details, you're welcome to email me. I'll tell you. Hey, Tracy, don't worry about it. I appreciate you coming in. Oh, see, okay, I'm trying to catch some of these things. Bear, you're talking about Bear Independent, correct? He's working with, oh, really? Maybe I shouldn't have put that up there. I don't know. That would be a shame if so, but I don't know. I don't, any gov agent is not, I'm not turning my back to or trusting or closing my eyes around them. I don't have any trust for that. I have no idea about that situation though. Yeah. Okay. So, they said, oh, you're going to get rain. And when you're in the mountain, certain areas, they can have mudslides from, heavy rains. You usually see that type of stuff in like the springtime or something. Those things can happen. But flooding like this, no. And so they thought we're going to get a ton of rain from this hurricane that went through the South. And then it breaks apart and it'll do that a lot. It'll go up to other states. And it's just heavy. It's like thunderstorms, heavy rain or whatever. That's what they were expecting. They never did they think something like that amount would happen. But again, there's people on their phones and saying it just did not, this doesn't add up. The amount of rain that we got and how it went and the amount that came in doesn't add up. And I've seen videos. I'm like, something is up with that. Yeah. And it was in moments. There was people like, oh, it's raining. And then if you saw the videos, it was like, oh, it's raining. And then it was like a tsunami of water and mud just started coming at people. They were sitting out on their decks and everything like, oh, we're getting a lot of rain and stuff. That wasn't it. Prayers for your recovery, number one. Yeah, but see, the insurance doesn't cover stuff, so any excuse. It's just, but see, I won't say what Huckleberry said. If they said, you've lost your home, all its contents, some of you've lost lives, family members, stuff like that, your vehicles, everything. You have what is on your back is what you have. $750 that should cover it. And what are you supposed to do with that? I would just, I mean, I would have a hard time even taking that. Even the fact that like I need to change of clothes and some food to eat. That I just would. I mean, that's so insulting. Um, and hateful, I feel. I'm sorry, I'm reading some stuff over here that I didn't want to try to put up. 1867 Cherokee Appalachian got flooded. To that extent. I mean, because I have, you know, deep roots over there for a long time. I haven't heard of it being ever to that extent. Nobody's ever seen it. Many generations back. Not that far back. They're gone, but still. You'd think the stories would have came down. All the other ones have, but I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Because I'm behind. 30 foot. Yeah. It's unreal. No, Huckleberry. I'm not going to say it. Miss Sharon. That one's yours. I can't do no lamb. That's that Irish in him. Hey, Nancy. Cannon. Hey, do the things. That's what I say. Okay, Cherokee. I'm sorry. 6 foot first, 30 foot. Absolutely. I agree. Yes. Go get on Amazon or something with that. Oh, exactly. And the guy, we were talking about the story about the guy with the chopper. He was doing it on his own. He was out with his son, and they told him. And he left. It's just a whole big story if you saw it. He rescued his husband and wife. He left his son, took the lady to, the safe area. And they were like, if you go get anyone else, we're going to arrest you. We're going to arrest you. You cannot get rescued. He's like, my son's up there. Don't care. I'm going to He's like, I'm going to get my son. And it was just, oh my gosh. And so this is what my thing is the local law enforcement stuff. Are they part of that also? Some are and some aren't. Because I've heard some are like, hey, you do what you got to do. We're trying to come, and then some seem to be plain sided with that. I don't know. Oh, Sandy, the night before, yeah. Well, with this Milton one, they've been saying they were like it's gonna be like a tropical storm. It's not really gonna be a big deal. They were just saying that. And now they're saying at least a Cat 3, but they're saying it could potentially be a Cat 5. I don't know if y'all know anything about Cat 5 hurricanes. If you don't, educate yourself on that. And the thing is, you hear about things like that. Now, they already started, like I said earlier, they started mandatory evacuations. And I said in my videos, if you haven't seen it, I said when that Cat 4 was coming straight at us, I said, well, we'll just go. Let's go up to the mountains because we'll make it a vacation. We'll get away from here because we just went through everything with Debbie, the flooding, and we'll just make kind of vacation of it and let it go on through and come down. And exactly where we were going is gone. So we never would have expected that. Now where these other ones go, you could evacuate, we could go somewhere, and I'm like, I don't know where it's going to go after that. Never in a million years would I have thought that a hurricane would have flooded mountains several states away. That is what is crazy. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, we have seen a good amount of buses moving people around that are not from here. I will say that. It's weird. So be careful in your surroundings and out. The looting and stuff that's been going over there in the mountains and the things that they've been telling people and saying they're everywhere. I don't know. It just seems like they're flooding, not that kind of both senses of that. They're flooding areas with those people to go turn them loose and you go do your damage as well. I'm just saying. Yeah, and it's moving so slow. I think last night it was like 3 to 5 miles per hour, which is when it moves so slow like that, it just sits on top of you and it just dumps and dumps and dumps water and it dumps water. It dumps so much water. Um, it's it's just I don't know. We'll see in the we'll know more in the next couple, like probably next 48 hours, what's going to go on with that. It's supposed to hit on Wednesday. Wednesday it's supposed to hit. I do too. I have an unsettled feeling about it. I'm gonna be honest. I just do. But I don't know. We shall see. All I know is we got to pray through the situation, ask for guidance, and then the closer it starts getting, you got to make decisions. You got to make hard decisions. I mean, like I said, DeSantis and many people said they left and there was nothing to come back to. And it's not like you can get and say, well, just pack the entire house and all our stuff up into U-Haul and just get out of Dodge for a while and come back. That's just not feasible. It's not for us. I don't know. You don't know what the answer is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mountains. I know. I just don't want to thought that would have happened. I don't know how ready you are for a Cat 5 or when you've been hammered and hit back and forth, back to back to back with these storms. Whenever it comes to flooding, I don't see any way to be. I mean, you can be prepared, like you can leave, you can have a boat, there's different things like that safety type of stuff. But as far as like being, I don't know. That's one of those things, floods and fires. And again, they know that, which says a lot. Oh, is it picking up speed? Yeah, it's supposed to be here Wednesday. I will say that. I wish, Laura. Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better. But you got to keep your eyes peeled. Watch your sleeping shifts if you got to, depending on where you're at, especially because you know what they're up to. October surprises. Even I'm trying to catch up. I'm sorry, guys. It's I mean, Killer herself. She was like, "Oh, it's gonna be this. It's gonna be surprises in October. It's gonna throw the whole selection off." I mean, they tell us. They put it right in our face. They tell us. They have to. That's part of their rules that they have to follow. But most people are like, "Oh, it's entertainment. It was such a good movie." I'm like, "No, they were telling you what they're about to do to you. They're telling you what's coming. That's in their playbook. They have to. You pay attention." I don't know that so much that we watch movies for entertainment purposes at all. And I'm like, okay, what's the message in this? Especially depends on where it came from and what they're talking about. Yeah. Oh, yes. Coffee. I forgot. And I remember talking about that because I was telling family. I have been, see the distractions and you get worn down with things with the storm the 7th and 8th. Y'all be safe. Y'all, my New York people. I got some good people up there. Y'all be safe. Always something. I had to keep up. And then my biggest fear always about different things is when comms go down, and they're eventually going to at some point, is when comms go down. And like how it is in the mountains, there was no calling for help. There was no answering your family and saying, "Hey, I'm okay. I know you're worried sick." Or there's just nothing like that. That is a helpless feeling. I worry about that. And I mean, I even think about like when comms and things get bad and comms go down, all you guys, all my solids I've met through here and I talk to and my mods and other creators, I'm just like, we won't know. And that not knowing is torture. I wonder if they're okay. What's going on in their area. And again, that's their thing. They did that. And in World War II, they did that. It's just you keep it because you can't communicate, and it makes you more vulnerable in certain ways. It's terrible. Hey, Julie. Yeah, all that. Oh, all that, and they're working hard. I mean, they are working overtime with that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get up with some of my New York people also to see what's going on with that. I mean, I know that they were warning first responders and military and different stuff about that as well. I don't know, but it's also the anniversary to things, and they like to do stuff like that. Yeah, the ham radio. You got to have somebody that's going to keep transmitting that repeat to go down the line. For certain things, if you're getting a message out or something. Well, my thing is always, I mean, was the flood thing is all their stuff's gone. What do you do with that? But yes, as far as not flooding, where everything's gone, I absolutely agree. Yeah, the hurricane. Did you watch DeSantis earlier? What he said? I know that they're already starting to evacuate, and they've already closed a lot of schools down on the Gulf side here. They said they're giving people time to prepare and evacuate, to leave, is what he said. Oh, really, Laura? I mean, probably. I mean, whatever is kind of in your area, but then also the surprises, the flooding in the mountains, that's a surprise for them. They are not built and live that way. Their homes and preparedness lifestyle isn't, storms, those type of storms. It's just not the same, but I agree. They're going to intensify different things. I have a feeling all this stuff they've been talking about for so years about the dark winter for many years, I have a feeling it's going to be this winter because we haven't been seeing that. And the first couple times I thought it was the illness or something they were talking about. And then I thought it was after this thing, they were going to have a massive amount, which we've been seeing that steady, but it wasn't like just the winter month. And I just think I think it's coming. I think it's going to be this year because it's election year. That's my. Just lost my feet and my back. My screen just went black. Maybe I'm saying stuff, or maybe it's my connection. I don't know. But yeah, Julie, they're saying absolutely a Cat 3, possibly up to a Cat 5. I don't know. But it may go up to a Cat 5 and then it'll kind of weaken back down when it comes closer up on land. That happens also. So we'll see. I'm back. I must have went out. Did it just flash off? Mine went completely black. Thank you, Saffron. Sorry, I don't know. Probably the rain. Or I'm saying something. You know how it goes. But all right, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. And we're still doing our preps. Let me know how you guys are. I'll try to get my emails this afternoon. If I don't, I will definitely get to them tomorrow. There's a couple of you have been emailing me and stuff. 10 seconds. Okay, thank you. Sorry. But keep doing the things. Keep trusting God. Keep looking out for each other. It's like the community is what is helping those in the mountains. It's going to take that because nobody's coming to help you. We've been saying that for years, and they are not. And they'll block things coming in to help. Do your best. Look out for your neighbor. Look out for yourself, and do what you can. But don't live in fear. We can't live in fear because that's not living at all, in my opinion. So, all right, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will try as Wednesday comes up. I will try to get up and just let y'all know what's going on and how things look. Okay. All right. Y'all take care. I'll see you next time.